Hello, I'm Jackie. This is my friend Nicole, and we are here talking about how do we open up those hamstrings. So this is Posture Labs 101. I like to talk about the goal of a pose, adjustments that you can give as a teacher for your clients, and any modifications that you can use. Now, when we talk about opening up the hamstrings, this really comes into play, especially with people that do a lot of jogging, or if there's some other type of activity that the legs are getting overstimulated because the heel is hitting the ground constantly. It's going to tighten up that hamstring and shorten it and make it contract. So in order to open it up, isometrics are one of the best ways of doing that. When you're doing an isometric, the most important thing is that you're only pressing about 10 or 15% your muscle strength. The reason is if you're pushing 100%, then you're firing up muscle fibers that are turning on all the time. In order to activate ones that are not used very often, you're pressing at a much lighter degree in order to create those smaller muscle fibers the opportunity to work. So what I'm going to have Nicole do is just basically lean over, and her feet can be hip width distance or together, your client's preference. Her hands are going to go on the top of the thighs. Now, with the knees bent and the hips back, if she needs to tilt the tailbone down, if she's got low back pain, low back pain, just the tilt of the tailbone down will help alleviate that. Now again, what she's going to do is press very lightly, 10 to 15%. And if you don't know what that is, you're going to push a full 100%, like you're like pushing, and then back off half of that, and then back off another 25. And that's how hard you're going to push. It's barely anything at all. And then back it off completely and then press again that way. You want to do this about 5 or 6 times. And you can just count to 6, really, if you want to while you're pressing, and then back off and do it again. Then, as you gain flexibility through the back of the legs, because what's happening is we're lengthening the quadriceps, we're shortening those hamstrings again, because we're actually leaning over, she can start to drop her hands down a little bit further if she's got that flexibility opening up back here. If not, then just have your clients stay on the thighs until that flexibility becomes available to them. And again, it's always just 5 or 6 times, only at about 10 to 15%. Okay, you're not pressing very hard. This is the thing, if you do this every single day, maybe once or twice a day, I promise you that the hamstrings will begin to open up. You will find that flexibility find its way into these muscles and help you tremendously when you're leaning over, trying to get that nice deep stretch through the back of the legs that you're missing out on because they've gotten so tight. All right, so those are isometrics. Feel okay? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, thanks for joining us, everybody. Check out another video.